studied last class, 9th standard biology, chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. This is part 2 video, 2 or 3. So in last class, we studied the what is cell, who discovered this cell, what are the structure of cells, then some activity. So you remember that? I think you should remember. It's very important. So in this class, we study the structure of cells. What is this? Structure of cells in detail. What are the steps involved? So you watch this is two diagram. First one is animal cell. Second one is plant cell. So the animal cell, it has a one nucleus, then nuclear envelope. You watch in your textbook, they give the perfect diagram. So open your textbook, watch it. So can you see in the animal cell? So in animal cell, there is one nucleus, nuclear envelope. Some Y-shaped structure, smooth structure. The smooth structure is called the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is some rod. This is a Golgi apicus. Then one is in plants is animals plasma membrane, the centriole, then lysosomes, some mitochondria, so like mitochondria, cytoplasm. So in the animal cell, so you have to identify what are the difference between the animals and cell and plant cells. So animal cells have also one nucleus. There is one chloroplast. The plant cell have a chloroplast. The animal cell does not have a chloroplast. Then Golgi apparatus. Then nuclear envelope, cell wall. There is one cell wall. Mitochondria, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulums, ribosomes, lysosomes. So you observed that some parts are missing in animal cells and some parts are mixing in plant cells, right? So we study the step for each part of the plant cell and animal cell detail, stepwise steps. So first we study the plasma membrane or cell membrane. What is this? Plasma membrane. What is the plasma membrane? The plasma membrane means the outermost wall. The outermost wall of a cell is called as a plasma membrane. It's a very thick wall. The outermost wall. Sorry, where is this here? Cell wall, right? Or cell membrane. Cell membrane. Then what is the function of this one? You have to know what is particular part. What are the function where we use this much enough for each part of the cell. So what are the functions? It permits entry or exit of a material and movement of material. So it gives permits. It gives a permit for entry of any animals or any materials. If a carbon dioxide or water, food are moved to a cell, so they need entry or permission of this cell membrane or movement of any material. So movement of the cell materials it depend upon the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane depends the permits and of the entry or exit of the material. Right. So what happened? It also called a selective permeable membrane. So it's a very important. Why plasma membrane is called as a selective permeable membrane? Because it has a function. It permits the entry or exit of the material and the movement of such materials. It depends upon the cell membrane. So this cell membrane is called as a selective permeable membrane. Right? That much enough. So what happened? When the oxygen and carbon dioxide move across the cell membrane, they will occur the diffusions. So I will explain. Here oxygen comes to move to cell and at the same time carbon dioxide exit from the cell. what happened in the cell membrane? The oxygen and carbon dioxide move across, it will be collide. That is collapse. What happened then? There will be diffusion occurs. So what is the meaning of diffusion? You know, you studied in last class. Intermixing of a particle, right? So two particles are mixed up. So diffusion occur place. So what happened in case of a carbon dioxide? If I take a carbon dioxide, it moves from a inside and out from, it moves inside from out of cell. So what happened? The carbon dioxide from the outside body, it moves inside. When it moves a high concentration to low concentration. So it moves from high concentration to a low concentration. So it moves from outside the body to a inside the cell. So what happened in that times? The oxygen is enters. The oxygen is enters from the what? If a carbon dioxide moves from inside to out of the cell. So when the high concentration of carbon dioxide is reaches. So wait, I will explain so properly. So you have no doubt, I think. So what happened? Here the cell contains now a carbon dioxide. Then the oxygen at the out of the cell. What happened in this case? The carbon dioxide moves from inside the cell to the outside the body. When through a cell membrane, when high concentration, here the high concentration of carbon dioxide and it's a low concentration. Here no concentration of the carbon dioxide, right? So the carbon dioxide moves from when high concentration is there, it moves to low concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. So carbon dioxide moves from high concentration to a low concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. That time the oxygen entered to a low concentration. The low concentration is outside the body, right? So outside the cell. So at that there is a high concentration of oxygen. The high concentration of oxygen moves to a cell. So here gas exchange will be takes place. So similar to the water. If a water moves from outside the cell to the inside the cell through a semi-permeable membrane, that means high concentration of the water molecules from outside the cell, it move to inside the cell. That means low concentration of the water. If a water moves from a high concentration cell, high concentrated to a low concentrated part through a semi-permeable membrane. They always move through this is the cell permeable membrane, right? So that process is called as a osmosis. What is called? Osmosis. What is the meaning of osmosis? The water molecules are moved from high concentration place to low concentration place through a semi-permeable membrane. So, do you understood? Yeah. What happened? So, in osmosis, that takes place in three ways. When first one is a hypotonic solution. So, when first one is hypotonic solution. So, what is the meaning of hypotonic solution? The hypotonic solution means the water molecules are high concentration at the outside the cell than the cell. So that means what happened? I told this already. If this is the cell, the water concentration is high where outside the cell. So it moves low concentration where inside the cell. So high concentration of the water molecule move from the outside to the inside of the cell through a cell membrane is called as a hypotonic solution. It's called hypotonic solution. Okay, the first one. What is then second one? Isotonic solution. Isotonic solution means If water molecule concentration same in cell and outside. So same in cell and outside. What happened that time? The water molecule concentration is same inside the cell and also outside the cell. So there is a no movement. Why they move? Their concentration is always same, right? So is it necessary to move of the water? No. Why? Because the water molecule concentrations are same. So it does not move from one side body to one side outside cell to inside or inside to outside. It cannot move. So such process is called isotonic solution. Next, last one. This is the second. What is the last one? Hypertonic solution. What is the meaning of hypertonic? So the opposite of the hypertonic. What happened? This is a cell. Cell has a high concentration of water molecule. So water molecule at high concentration in cell, it moves to a low concentration at outside the cell through a semi-permeable membrane. So high concentration of water in cell move towards outside through a cell membrane. So such process is called as a hypertonic solutions. Hypertonic solution. So what are the example? Can you give a better example for the osmosis? Osmosis. Can you able? So you know already what is photosynthesis. In this case of photosynthesis, the roots are there, right? The plant have a roots. They absorb the water. So what is the meaning of that? The water at root have a high concentration. So in soil, water is high concentration. It moves from root to a leaf. So it moves from high concentration to a low concentration, right? Such process is a osmosis. So this is a better and best example of absorption of water in roots of osmosis example. So next part is the cell wall. What is the cell wall? Have you seen in this picture is the cell wall? Where is cell wall? Yeah, in the plant cell. So it occurs a plant cell. The cell wall, it occurs in plant cell. It is also called a plasma membrane. This is a plasma membrane. It is a rigid outer covering. That means the cell wall is a occurring in a plant cell. It is a rigid of a outer covering of a plasma membrane. It's outer similar to plasma membrane and it's a rigid outer cover. It's a rigid. It is thickness is very rigid. So that wall is called as a cell wall. What happened? In plasma membrane? What osmosis processes occur? So you just studied what is osmosis. Yeah, the osmosis processes occur in cell membrane. So what happened when osmosis occur in cell membrane? The cell wall is shrinkage of cell is takes place. The shrinkage of cells or compress of cell is takes place. So this process is called as a phomolysis, cell wall. Though during the osmosis process, the shrinkage of cell wall takes place. So this process is called as a phomolysis. What is the function of the cell wall? Functions. So it permits the bacteria or fungi to enter to the cell wall. If any bacteria or fungus if it wants to enter to a cell of a plant cell, then the cell wall give a permission to if they are enter or exit. So it permits the bacteria fungi enter. So this is the cell wall. Next, the third one is a nucleus. What is this? Nucleus. What is nucleus? Nucleus is the center of cell. Nucleus is center of cell. The center of cell. Have you observed, right? This is the nucleus in plant cell, animal cell, and this is the nucleus in plant cell. So it's the center of cell. It contains chromosomes. What is this? It contains chromosome. What is the structure of chromosomes? Chromosomes is a rod-like structure. This is the rod-shaped structure of a chromosomes. So the nucleus is at the center of the cells and it contains chromosomes. It is a rod-shaped structure. What happens? These chromosomes, it composes the DNA and proteins. So when the DNA and protein synthesis process, the chromosomes is act as a major part. So where the chromosome is located? The chromosome is located in the nucleus. So what happened? What are the functions? The functional segment of DNA is chromosomes. The chromosome is depend upon the functional segment of DNA. The DNA functions is based upon the chromosomal parts. What? It helps to reproduction. What is the help? The nucleus helps to reproduction of a cell. If any cell can be divided as a two, then during reproduction process, the nucleus is act as a major part. The nucleus can be, when nucleus is divided and it divided as a two, that time the reproduction takes place, then cell is divided as also two. So nucleus helps to a reproductions. Then what happened? The nucleus is containing a nucleic acid that is called as a nucleoid. If a nucleus always contains the nucleic acid, it helps to in the reproduction process. So that is called as a nucleoid. So this nuclear membrane here, if a nuclear membrane, so nucleus have a nuclear membrane. The outermost cover of the nucleus is a nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane is present in a cell organism is called as a eukaryotes. There is no nuclear membranes present in the cell, so it's called as such organism called as a prokaryotes. You already learned what is prokaryotes and eukaryotes, single cell and more than double cells. If bacteria, amoeba, so they are maybe prokaryotes, or some the nuclear membrane present such organisms including mammals and animals are eukaryotes. So in this class we learn the structure of cell, that is a first one plasma membrane, cell wall, nucleus, that much. So in next class we study some other parts of the animal cell and the plant cell. Thank you.